There's been no reprieve today for commuters fearing a strike on National Express East Anglia trains on Thursday and Friday. No further talks were held today, raising fears that a host of services will be brought to a virtual standstill, including those on the main Norwich to London line. Unions are planning a series of 48-hour strikes over pay and conditions, so the company says it's still hopeful the strike can be averted. Meanwhile, there's more bad news for commuters. Workers on Arriva cross-country services are to stage a month of industrial action, including a ban on overtime and litter collections. It'll affect Arriva services which run through Cambridge, Peterborough and Stansted airports.
The great train robber Ronnie Biggs is back in hospital in Norfolk tonight, suffering from severe pneumonia. Biggs, who's 79, is serving a 30-year sentence at Norwich Prison for his part in the robbery. Earlier this month, Justice Secretary Jack Straw refused Biggs parole, saying he is wholly unrepentant about his crimes. Biggs has been moved between prison and the Norfolk and Norwich University Hospital several times in recent weeks. His family say he's suffering from pneumonia, has fractures of the hip, pelvis and spine, and cannot eat, speak or walk. Well, next tonight, it was a case of I'm a celebrity, get me into there, as Ester Rantzen finally announced she will stand to become MP for Luton South at the next general election.
The TV presenter was in town today to explain her decision, sparked when the town's Labour MP Margaret Moran was caught up in the expenses scandal.
Well, bookies have slashed the odds of her winning the seat to 4-1. We can now join Neil Bradford in Luton for us tonight. Neil.
Yes, good evening. Ester Rantzen is hardly the most likely supporter here at Kenilworth Road, but she is one of the latest recruits to the Luton Town fan club. She's inside that stadium tonight to watch the Hatters take on Manchester United in a pre-season friendly which kicks off in just about an hour's time. Earlier today, accompanied by a film crew, of course, she was in the town centre trying to show off her Luton credentials by sporting a traditional straw boater, which of course gives this club its nickname and made the town famous. And it was this that gave her one of her great policy ideas.
Hats off to Ester Rantzen. She certainly knows how to create a media storm. Caught up in today's whirlwind was 72-year-old Anne Payne from Stevenage, a fan from years ago.
Now she's lost her hat. Yes, good luck to her, yes. Make a change to have something decent to look at and vote for.
Today, the TV presenter was in the market to be the next MP for Luton South, finally declaring her intention to stand as an independent candidate.
Having thought about it, having discussed it, having taken a lot of advice, I have now decided to stand as an independent candidate for Luton South at the next election.
The presenter, made famous by That's Life, first declared an interest in the seat following the MP's expenses scandal. It emerged the incumbent Labour MP Margaret Moran had claimed £22,500 to treat dry rot on a home more than 100 miles from her constituency. She went to ground before eventually announcing she's to stand down at the next election. At the time, voters in Luton seemed quick to support Ester Rantzen. Today, it seems that support is unwavered.
She's been in the public eye, she's been a celebrity, and I think she'll be a good candidate for us.
I think she's a very good lady, and she's done a lot for people, and I think, yeah, she'll make a good job of it.
I need to hear her talk, and then I make my decision.
Ester Rantzen has promised her expenses will be transparent, but has not yet confirmed whether or not she will move to the town. So what of her other policies?
Why shouldn't more things happen then, Luton? Why shouldn't we have an Easter bonnet parade, since Luton is so famous for hats like these?
But an Easter bonnet parade is not really policy, is it? I mean, it's not really going to attract the voters of Luton, is it?
Why not? Why shouldn't life be fun? Why shouldn't we have a quality of life?
Hold on a minute. First of all, you started by standing on a ticket against Margaret Moran for her expenses, and now you're saying people should have fun. I mean, what do you stand?
I stand for getting rid of Margaret Moran, and see how successful we were there. And I stand for increasing the self-esteem of this lovely town.
Bookies have slashed the odds on her winning the seat to 4-1, but pollsters say she'd have to be a political superwoman.
History teaches us that it's very, very difficult for independents to win at general elections unless there is a very, very special circumstance. In her case, the circumstance has disappeared. She's called her candidature an adventure. I'm afraid I'd call it probably more vanity.
Esther Rantzen may have said yes to Luton. Now the voters here need to say yes to Rantzen.
So, Neil, what else did Esther have to say about her political ambitions?
Well, she revealed that she has got a financial backer for her campaign. She wouldn't reveal his identity other than to say he was a successful programme maker. She also hinted that she may well hold her constituency office if she gets elected in the indoor market, right in the heart of the Luton South constituency. She also talked about the advice she had received from friends and the people of Luton who had persuaded her to stand, but said many friends and family had told her not to. And on the issue of treating dry rot in her home near Southampton, she says it won't be coming out of the public purse.
Good to hear. Neil Bradford and your Easter bonnet. Thank you very much indeed for that. Right, next, the student